This is Julius Buyengo from the Regional Center of Mapping of Resources for Development based in Kenya. I support capacity building activities, and I'll be taking you through this final session of the Module 1, where we are introducing geoinformation systems and remote sensing. We had said earlier that let us interact on the Q&A. If you have any questions, any concern, let's interact on the Q&A. We'll have questions at the end of the session. So I'll quickly dive into the presentation, talking about the information system, introducing GIS, introducing remote sensing, and they say that GIS is just a system that comprises of a number of components, and it's used for purposes of capturing, storing, manipulating, managing, of course, presenting the results of analysis. And it's one of the tools that we are going to use in this training for purposes of monitoring our landscapes, our ecosystems. It integrates a number of data sets, and basically there are two major data formats. You're talking about vector data sets, which are in form of lines, points, and polygons. We also integrate raster data, and these are examples would be images and photographs. And of course, it allows us to visualize different data sets, visualize processes, and also visualize the end products. So getting into remote sensing, and in remote sensing, we are talking about capturing information about an object, capturing information about a species, capturing information about an ecosystem without being in contact with it. And in remote sensing, when we deploy sensors, we have two types of sensors. We have active sensors, which emit their own energy. We have passive sensors, which rely on the sun's energy. And basically, for us to record information, we are recording the reflected data information or energy that is coming from the reflection from the ecosystem that we are looking at, or from the species that we are looking at. And we deploy remote sensing for purposes of monitoring our landscapes and ecosystems. And basically, key is to look at the changes over time. And we also monitor climate variables using remote sensing. And you'll find that these are the key drivers of how our ecosystems are. So what are some of the benefits of deploying geoinformation systems in biodiversity, in ecosystems? And basically, it's one of the tools that makes us to be efficient in terms of planning and in terms of quick decision making, courtesy of integrating data sets from multiple sources, data sets from different institutions, data sets from different platforms. We can integrate them into the system and do an analysis to inform decisions. Of course, geoinformation makes work easier by facilitating complex querying and complex analysis. We can push in volumes of data, and these analyses can quickly be run in short timelines to get analysis. Of course, within the system, we try to avoid the redundancy and the duplication of data sets, courtesy of working with the geodatabases. So we'll see how do we eliminate redundancy in data, minimize duplication, and basically it's all about managing your data sets based on the standards. 5 major components of a GIS, talking about hardware, software, data, people, and procedures. And talking of hardware, we're just referring to equipment that supports the data storage, data processing, and the presentation of results. And as you can see, these are some of the equipment that we use. There is, of course, the desktop computers. We have laptops, we have iPads, printers, GPS devices, mobile phones, among others. Talking of programs, software, Software are just programs that enable us to manipulate the data sets. And we have two major types of geoinformation system software, remote sensing software. Talking of commercial software, these ones are proprietary and you have to subscribe or make payments for you to use them. And ArcGIS is one of the softwares that is commercial. There's open source software like Quantum GIS, which you can download freely and use. So this training is anchored on ArcGIS because it's one of the best softwares that you can use in terms of data processing and analysis related to ecosystems and biodiversity. I've talked about commercial and open source. Spatial data, I talked about vector and raster data sets. Vectors being points, lines, and polygons, representing data sets in form of points, lines, and polygons. And in raster, we are presenting data in form of a grid of cells. You zoom into any image, you zoom into any photo, you'll get to a point where you're seeing boxes. So those small boxes are the ones that are storing the data, and we call them cells. Of course, there is attribute data and metadata. Attribute is just descriptions of the different features, the species, ecosystems that we are working on. And the metadata, we are talking about describing the data itself now, giving descriptions of the data that you are working with as you trying to monitor ecosystems and biodiversity. People, talking about the experts, developers, talking about the users, talking about different experts. So in order to operate a GIS and remote sensing system, you need people to develop the softwares, the experts to develop the equipment. You also need the users who will consume the products that have been developed. So people are a key component of a geoinformation system. Procedures, just talking about the methods and workflows that we follow in analyzing our geoinformation. Of course, we start off with the planning of the missions to different ecosystems. There is data capture, data processing, data storage. All those entail a number of processes, which we are calling the procedures in the geospatial environment. So functions of a GIS, I've already talked about it: capturing data, storing data, managing it, helping in analysis, and helping in data presentation, among others. But these are the key. So under data capture, we are just talking about data acquisition and some of the techniques that you can deploy in data acquisition, talking of surveying, where you are capturing data on the ground. There's photogrammetry, where you are analyzing photographs. There's remote sensing, where you're observing ecosystems from a distance or from the sky, from space. There's digitizing, where you're converting data from one format to another, basically from papers into GIS data, points, lines, and polygons. So we are saying that remote sensing photogrammetry, mostly dealing with images and photographs. Surveying is about getting to the ground to pick measurements or to capture information related to different ecosystems, different parameters related to species, among other things. Of course, we also recognize the importance of traditional techniques in data capture. You can get to a point where you have gone to the field and some of these equipment fail. You can easily revert to the traditional methods of data capture using paper, pen and paper. Collect the coordinates, collect the descriptions, collect different parameters, which you can manually feed into the systems or digitize into the system. Data storage is just about hosting our data sets. And we are saying that we host both geometric and non-geometric features. When we talk of geometric, we are talking about shapes. that is points, lines, and polygons. And non-geometric are just descriptions of the data sets, including relationships, how different features, how different attributes are relating to each other. And we are saying that in different organizations or in the conservation field, within a GIS database, we store our data sets based on different themes. We could be having species, you can have land use, we can have elevation data, we can have data based on geographic subdivisions, among other different themes based on what you are mapping. Analysis, basically talking about playing around with the data just to get insights. And in this component, we are just calling data sets from the geo database and subjecting it to procedures in order to get outputs that can help us to answer geospatial questions related to biodiversity. Key components of GIS remote sensing that we need to put in mind as we start mapping. Number one, we need to understand one thing called datum. And datum, we are talking about reference points from where you start your measurements. There are two major components or subdivisions. You can start your measurements either from the center of the earth for global measurements. Now, for localized measurements, you need to establish a local point within your ecosystem, within your habitat, where you'll start all your measurements. So we have the local geodetic datum and we have the global geodetic datum. For local ones, you establish a point within an ecosystem that you are monitoring. For global, we assume that all measurements start at the center of the earth. Coordinate systems are just being reference systems that help us to locate different features on the Earth's surface. And we have two major coordinate systems. We are talking about the geographic, also known as the global one, that enables us to do 3D measurements of locations of different features, different ecosystems on the Earth's surface. Now we have the projected coordinate systems where we are assuming that we are opening up the globe onto a flat surface. And now we plot that on a Cartesian plane from where we can different features. Thank you very much for listening, and apologies for the challenges that we had. It is a continual improvement process, and continue interacting with us on the Q&A section. While offline, let's interact on the RCA community. Introducing my colleague, Eric, to take us through a small practical on how we can visualize your spatial data and share it on ArcGIS Online. Thank you very much. Any questions, let's push them to the Q&A.
Thank you, Julius. Greetings. My name is Eric Juma. I will be taking you through a hands-on exercise on creation of a simple web map. And we shall be using the ArcGIS Online platform. As my colleague mentioned, one of the proprietary software is the ArcGIS Online, ArcGIS, a software which was developed by Esri, and it's one of the most popular softwares that we're going to use. So first, I'll take you through the procedure of logging in. I want to believe that you already have the credentials for logging into ArcGIS. So once you have the credentials, go and visit the URL rcmad under -training.maps.arcgis.com, and then go to the platform. Once you get there, click on sign in, and it should allow you to sign in. So once you click on sign in, you can enter your username and then enter your password. And once you enter your password, click on sign in to sign into the ArcGIS Online platform. make sure that you have internet, because ArcGIS Online is hosted on the cloud, and you need internet to access the platform. So my screen is already loaded. I'll go to the map tab. So if yours is already loaded, you can go to the map tab and click on it to start creating the map. I'll click on the map tab. So depending on the speed of your internet, some of you, I'm sure your screen is already up. Others are behind. But the interface that you'll get is an interface that allows you to create your map. On top, there's a title. There's a title section. For the current map, it is untitled map. On the left of your screen, there's a widget that has various options. There's an option for adding the map, the data. You have an option for layers, for viewing the layers. There's an option for working with tables. There's the option for base maps, where you can change your base maps. You can explore your legends. You can bookmark your views. You can create charts and manipulate them. You can save and open web maps, and you can explore the properties of the map. On the right, we also have some of the tools that are inactive. These tools here actually will help you to work on your layers. For example, you can come and change the size of your layers. You can come and filter your layers. You can come and use processing templates. So we shall be using some of them in this session. First, I need us to explore the various methods of adding data. So I want us to go and click on Add on the left widget. Click on Add. And once you click on Add, you can see you have a number of options. You have the browse layers. And what the browse layers does is that it allows you to browse your data, the one that is hosted in your ArcGIS account, and add it in your map. You can also go and add data from the favorites. So if you have marked your data as the favorites or saved your data in your favorites section, you can come and just pick them and add them to the map. You can also access data that is in your group. So data that has been shared with you through your group. You can also add data from your organization. You can add data from the Living Atlas, and you say the Living Atlas is a curated a repository of data created by Esri. Then you have the ArcGIS Online. ArcGIS Online is you can add data from ArcGIS Online platforms, the data that has been shared with you. So if there's data that has been shared within ArcGIS Online or data that has been shared with the public, you can actually be able to add it via the ArcGIS Online option. The second way you can add your data is through the URL. If you have a link of a hosted feature service, a hosted geoservice layer, you can add the layers from there via the add layer from URL option. You can also add layer from a file. This is the data that is hosted in your local machine. You can click on it and just go to your machine and add your data. You can create a sketch layer. A sketch layer is created using either a base map or using a layer that has already been added in your map. And then you can create root layer, or you can add a media layer if you need to. The third option. So what we're going to do now is we want to add our data, and we are going to use the first option, the second option, add layer from URL. And I want you to go to your browser and just open a new tab and search for RCOE Joportal, RCOE_Joportal.rcmapd.org. Once you go there, you will be able to see our Joportal. Our Joportal has data that you can use in this exercise. It's a Joportal that hosts conservation data, including the protected and conserved areas in Eastern and Southern Africa. So you can use this data. It's freely available for use for research, for conservation work, and for any other purpose that is will help in the conservation work. So I want us to go to the datasets option. This is a datasets tab in the Geo portal. Click on it, and you can easily search for a layer that you want. For example, in this particular session, I want us to use the protected areas data. So just type protected areas. Once you type protected areas, you get two layers. One is a polygon feature, polygon data, another is a point data. Let us start with the polygon data. Just click on the polygon data. So on the left of your screen, below there, you can see there's an option, there's a blue bar saying, I want to use this. So if you want to use this layer in your GIS software, and in this class, you're using the ArcGIS Online, you click on, I want to use this. And it will give you the various ways of using it. You can create a map, you can create a story, you can view API resources, you can view data source, you can open in ArcGIS Online. So for us, we can use the view API resources and use any of these links to add our data. But you can also come and view data source. Click on data source. It will open and give you a link to this data. You can also copy the link in the data source and use it in the ArcGIS Online. So I want us to use this option. Go to the data source and copy the link in the URL section. Copy it, and then switch back. Switch back to your ArcGIS Online, and then go to the add and choose the add layer from URL. So once you're there, you can go to the URL section and paste. Just paste. Paste the link. It will automatically know which kind of layer you want to add. You can see it is showing you that you are adding an ArcGIS Server Web Service. Come and click on add to add it. Add to map. So once you click on add to map, it will be added into your map. Sometimes it might take some time depending on your internet, but it will be added into a map. As you can see, it is added. If you want to see where it is, you go to the layers option. You click on layers and it should show there. You can see there is RCOE protected areas polygons data. So under the layers option, you will see your layer there. If you want to zoom into this particular layer, you can click on the three dots here, or just beside the layer name, and click on zoom to layer. It should zoom into your layer. And as you can see, we have actually pulled our polygons. Have pulled our polygons into the view. We shall be using these polygons for this class. We can go back and add the points feature. So to add the points feature, just go back to add. Click on add layer from URL, then switch to the RCOE Geo portal. And this time around, go and search for, pick the points layer. Then pick the points layer, go search for protected areas. Protected areas, point data. It might take a while. Give it some few minutes to just open the Geo portal. And then once it opens, go and click on I want to use this and open, view the data source. And then just copy the link, copy the URL. And then switch back to the map, to the ArcGIS Online. Paste the URL there. And then add to map. So once you add to map, you will have two layers. One will be the points layer, another will be the polygons layer. So what we can do is that we can rename our layers. I'm going to rename the points layer. Click on the three dots, then click on rename, and let us call it protected and conserved areas in Eastern and Southern African region. Protected and conserved areas in ESA. Eastern Southern African region, we can abbreviate as ESA, then click on OK. Do the same for the polygons feature. So make sure that you specify the type of feature. For example, here, call it protected and conserved areas points in ESA. Then the other one, we call it polygons. The other one, rename it to the same, but now change and instead of points, call it polygons. And then click on OK. Once you click on OK, you can go ahead and save the map. Click on Save and Open, and then choose Save As. In the Save As, you can enter a title, call it Protected and Conserved Areas, Protected and Conserved Areas in Eastern and Southern African region. And then you can come and pick the folder. If you have created a folder, particularly for this session, come and pick the folder. If you have not, click on Create New Folder, type the name of the folder, and then click on Save. For my case, I already have created one. It's called Application of GIS in Conservation. I'll just pick it. And then below the folder, you need to enter the tags. The tags are just the phrases that can be used to search for this map. So if you are to search for the map, what phrase would you use to search for it? Type those phrases, then separate them with the comma to enter them as the tags. For example, you can type protected, and then comma to enter as a phrase. Then protected areas. Protected areas can also be a tag. Protected and conserved areas can be a tag. So pick all the tags that would apply for these. Points, polygons can also apply as tags. Then once you enter the tags, you can go to the summary. The summary is a description of your map. You can give your map a description. For this case, you can say this map shows the protected and conserved areas in Eastern and Southern African region. Southern Africa region. Also, it was created by, then you put your name. It was created by, then you put your name. Put your name there, then click on Save. So once you click on Save, your map will be saved, and the title of the map will also change. So as you can see, the title is now, it has changed to what we gave it. So what I want us to do next is that I want us to filter this data and only remain with the data for your country. So if you are coming from a region outside the Eastern and Southern African region, you can go and add another layer, because the data that we have only covers Southern and Eastern and Southern African region. So if you have a different, you're coming from beyond this region, go to Add. You can add, browse the layer, go to the Browse option, Browse Layers, click on the arrow beside my content and choose ArcGIS Online. Then I want us to add the protected and conserved areas layer from WDPA. So type WDPA, and we want to look for a layer that was added by WCMC, UNEP World Conservation and Monitoring Center. So just scroll down, and then you'll get to this option here, WDPA, World Database of Protected Areas. That option there, click on the layer. So if you want to know whether the layer that you are adding is authoritative, it has a green tick below it. When you point on it, it will show you that it is authoritative, and it is recommended by the custodian of the data. So click on this layer, and then click on Add to Map. Click on Add to Map. And remember, this is the procedure being done by people who are coming from outside Eastern and Southern African region. This layer is a bit huge because it covers the entire world. So you can just pick the data, you can filter it to your country. Filter it to your country and use it. But because we are doing a training, I will go and remove this layer so that it doesn't slow us down. Good, so we can proceed. And the next step you want to do is we just want to filter the data and remain with the data for our country. And today, for this session, let us pick another country. Let us use Namibia. Let us use Namibia to filter. So to filter your data, you have to first select your layer. From the layers option, select the layer that you want to filter. Then on the right side of your screen, go to the filter option. It looks like a funnel. It is a third icon, click on it. Then it will allow you to define the condition for filtering. Click on add new to define it. So we are filtering our country based on the name. And remember, WDPA does not have names of countries. It uses the ISO codes. So we shall be filtering using the ISO code. So click on the arrow and then just scroll down to select the ISO 3. ISO 3 refers to ISO 3 codes for the countries. So if you don't know the ISO 3 code for your country, you can go to the chat section. My colleagues will give you a reference document where you can go and check the ISO code for your country. So because we want to work with Namibia, I'll go to NAM. Namibia is is actually represented by NAM. Let me check whether I have it. Remember, I'm filtering the points layer. Not all countries have points. So if your country does not have the points, then you don't need to. You can even remove the layer from your map. But for this case, I think Namibia does not have the points. Namibia does not have the points. So I will use another country. Let me use Uganda. Let us see if you have Uganda. Yes, you have Uganda. I pick Uganda there. And only the points in Uganda will be shown in the map. You can go and filter the other layer, the polygon layer. Click on the polygon layer in the layers option, layers to select it. Then go and define the condition for filtering. Use the ISO 3 code. And then choose Uganda. And then make sure that you click on save. And you should only see the points and the polygons in Uganda. So we need to zoom into Uganda so that we see our map clearly. So go to any of the layers, pick the polygon layer, then click on the 3 dots in the layers option, and then click on zoom to layer. Uganda should be displayed in your map. So we can change the symbology of Uganda to use a symbology for protected areas. Protected areas normally are symbolized using the green color. But before we symbolize, make sure that we save your changes. So go to save and open option, click on it and then click on save. Save and open and then click on save so that your map is saved. So once you save your map, we can go and now change the colors of our features. Go to the first layer, click on it, and then on the right, pick the second icon, styles. Click on styles. Then in the resultant window, go to the style options, click on the style options. Then pick the style, symbol style. Click on symbol style. Then let us change the symbol. Click on basic points and pick the circular shape. Pick the circular shape and just click on the arrow pointing backwards to go back. And then once you go there, let us change the size from 20 to 5. And then you can change the color to deep green. Deep green. Once you change the color, you can also change the transparency. If you want to make it more transparent, you slide it towards 100. If you want to make it less transparent, you reduce the transparency. You can also change the width of the feature. But for now, let us leave the defaults and just click on done. And then click on done again. And your points now should appear in green. Then let us go and resymbolize our polygons also. Click on the polygons layer, and then go to styles. Then go and pick the style options. Click on the symbol style. And then in this case, we are using the deep green, the one that we used, deep green color. And then just click on OK, on done, then click on done again. Now your map should be looking green. Go and save the changes. Click on save and open, and then just click on save. So once you save, you see you can also be able you can also change other parameters of your map. For example, this particular map has a pop-up window. When you click on a feature, you will get a pop-up. When you click on a feature, you'll get a pop-up. And the pop-up will show you the attribute information for that particular feature. You can see this one is Bokora Corridor. It is a wildlife reserve. It is governed by the federal national government of Uganda. It is managed by the Management Authorities, Uganda Wildlife Authority. So you get information about the feature. But you can also modify the attribute, the pop-up to show the text that you want. So if it's too big, or it has a lot of information, you can reduce the information to only display the fields that you want to display. You can also customize the text so that you have a text in form of maybe in paragraph format, and you can also add a media to your pop-up. So we shall be doing it in the next 2 minutes so that you know how to do it. To change the pop-up of your screen, go to the right side. First, you have to select the layer. Let us work with the polygon layer. Select it. Click on it to select. On the right side of your screen, once you have selected, go to the right side, and then pick the icon called pop-ups. It is icon number 6. Click on it. And once you select it, you can change a lot of things there. You can go and you can even disable the pop-up. You can click on off here to disable it. You can change the title of the pop-up. You can click on that to type the default title. For example, you can call it protected areas. Protected and conserved areas. And conserved areas. Areas in Uganda. So you can also use the fields as a part of the information of the title. For example, if I want to use Uganda as an ISO code, you can just come and click on these parentheses here, and then pick a field that contains the name of the country. So you can combine both the words and the field information that will be dynamic. So if you pick on ISO 3, it should add UGA in front of the title. Then for the fields, the body of the pop-up, it's down here and it is using a fields list. So you can come and click on the fields lists. At the moment, we have 32 out of 34 fields shown. So when you scroll down, you can remove some and retain some. For example, if you remove everything and only leave the name and designation, you will see the pop-up changing. Just delete and see if the pop-up will change. you can see the pop-up reducing in size. So for example, we are only displaying the name and the designation of this particular feature. So you can also do that, or you can also go ahead and even create a custom pop-up. And to create a custom pop-up, what we're going to do is that we are going to create, to add a description. We are going to add a description to the pop-up. So to add a description, just come and click on this arrow pointing downwards. And then you can enter the title. The title, you can call it protected and conserved areas. Protected and conserved areas in Uganda. Uganda, you can just pick the parentheses and then pick ISO 3. And then in the description, you can type some text, call it, this is, these are, okay. Oh, no, this is, then you put the name of the protected area as a dynamic text. You just come and click on the parentheses and then scroll and pick name. So it will display the name of that protected area. This is dash. Then you can add also the designation. So pick the name and then the designation. So it will give you, this is Kiamazi Forest Reserve. You can put a full stop. You can say it covers an area. It covers an area of. Then you click on the parentheses and just go and pick the area. Scroll and then go and pick the GIS area. Then you can scroll down a bit and let us remove the name and designation so that we just remain with the paragraph. And once we finish that, you can also go and add a media file. You can add a media file. And to add a media file, just click on add content. Add content, then pick image. And remember, if you're adding a media, you can add a media as a URL. If you add it as a URL, it will apply to all the features in Uganda. But if you want to add a media file for each of the protected areas, then you have to go and create a field in your data, call it maybe media, and then you have to add a link against each record, and it will pick a unique files or unique media, like a photo. But in this class, let us go and just pick a random photo for Uganda protected areas. Type Uganda protected areas. Protected areas. Preferably, we can pick a photo for the management authority, Uganda Wildlife Authority. Uganda Wildlife Authority, and use it. So go and pick a photo for Uganda Wildlife Authority. I'll just pick a random photo. For in this case, I'm using their logo. Right click on it, and then go and click on copy image address. Make sure it's an image address, and if you want to just verify, open a new tab and paste the link there, and press and enter. If you get a photo alone, it is okay, but if you get a photo with other text, then it won't work. So this means this one will work. Go back to your map, and in the URL, just paste that particular link. And then you can enter the title for the photo, for the media. You can call it UWA. UWA refers to Uganda Wildlife Authority. Caption, you can put anything, any text, say it is Uganda Wildlife Authority, or you can even, caption, you can put the protected area, the name of the protected area, just click on the parentheses and pick the name. Alternative text, it could be the name of the protected area, pick the name, and even the designation. All this information is being added here. For the link, you can put the link of UWA, Uganda Wildlife Authority. You can put the link of Uganda Wildlife Authority. That means that if someone clicks on the photo, they will be redirected to this particular website. Copy it and then switch back. Switch back to the pop-up and paste your link there. The refresh interval, we don't need it, just click on done. Once you have finished doing that, you go and save your map. Click on save, and then save the changes that you have just implemented. So lastly, I want us to share this map. Go and click on share map, and then select the manage sharing. Manage sharing. I need you to select everyone so that everyone can see your map. Click on everyone, then click on save. So if you have followed all the procedures, the map that you are sharing is a map that has a media in the pop-up. So when you click on any of the features here, it should show you some text and the media below it. It will show you a text and the media below it. So I need you to go and click on share map again, and then copy the link to the map. And then I want you to pick that link and go to your e-learning platform. Go to module 1, session 3, and under the assignments, paste your link there. We will review all the maps that you have shared and grade you. Thank you so much. I want to stop there and open the session for questions. We shall be picking 2 or 3 questions. Then the rest of the questions, we encourage you to go to the RCA community. We will get your support there. Thank you. We will start with the Zo Yang. Wait, your mic will be enabled. Go ahead and ask your question, Zo. Zo, you can unmute yourself and ask your question. Okay. So you can ask your question again. Sorry, repeat your question. I didn't get it.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you.
Okay, great. Sorry, I was just wondering, firstly, thank you for the live sessions. I really appreciate them. But I was just wondering, is there any difference between the material that is posted on the online platform in comparison to what you are displaying in the live session? Because my service is really, really bad here. And obviously it costs quite a lot of money to use data. So I was just wondering, obviously live sessions are good, but are they paramount to being able to complete this course?
Thank you, Zu. Yes, the materials that we are using here and the ones that are on the e-learning platform are the same. There is a tutorial on the e-learning platform that has all the procedures that we have gone through. So yes, if you can't make it for the live sessions, you can just go and follow the procedure in the tutorial that I posted in the e-learning platform.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. We can go to Kandala, Stephen. Kandala, you can go ahead and...
Thank you. Good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon.
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to think this is a very amazing platform. I've learned a lot, and it applies to the course I'm doing. I'm also under conservation and natural resource. I'm finding it difficult to go past the deep dive session 3. It says watch 80% of the video, but I've watched the video 5 times now, and I'm not getting past that point. It's 2 days now. And secondly, I've noticed these Zoom, the team meetings are being recorded. How can I access the recordings in case I join the class late or I miss a class? How can I have access to the recordings? Because I think with explanations, one is able to understand a bit better. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen. So on the maps, on failing not being able to proceed past the second session on deep dive, the video had an issue. And it was resolved. What you need to do is that you need to rewatch the whole of it. Don't forward it. Do not forward it. Just rewatch the whole of it. It will allow you to proceed. And you can just below the video, there is a progress. There is a percentage of progress. Keep an eye on it. Make sure that progress goes beyond 80%. Because initially, it had an issue which was resolved. And now all the other participants who had already watched the entire video are required to rewatch the video. So just make sure that you watch it, and please don't forward it, because you can go and forward it. If you forward it, it will not mark your activity complete. And then the question on recording, yes, these recordings are shared. All of them will be shared with you through the e-learning platform. So just keep an eye on the e-learning platform. The sessions will be shared there. The recordings will be shared there.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let us go to Mercy Binagana. Mercy, you can go ahead and ask your question.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you so much for this platform once again. My question is, I actually have two questions. One is for getting access to RSCO community. I've been asked to, there is a comment telling me that my email has not been verified yet. Probably I was asking whether you can help on that. Second question is, I just want to ask, is the credentials that we are going to use on ArcGIS Online the same as ArcGIS Pro? Because you've said that we are going also to use ArcGIS Pro. So I wanted to know whether it's the same as the one or the credentials you have for the web map as well. And if someone already has ArcGIS Pro installed in his devices, are we going to re-download it, or we are going just to use the credentials you just gave us? Thank you so much. The other question I have, I just posted in the comment, but I've got a response that these recordings are being recorded and we can access it on e-learning. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Binagana. So on the question about the ArcGIS online accounts, the same account that you have is the same one that will be used in Pro. We have not just enabled the ArcGIS Pro license, but it is the same account that we will use in ArcGIS Pro. For now, we are using ArcGIS Online. Regarding the first question on the RCE community, yes, it is an issue that most of the participants have faced. You can share your email. We'll reach out to you and guide you on how to proceed.
Thank you. Let me just put the email on the meeting chat. Thank you.
I think we can pick one last question or two more. Leonard Orondo, wait, your mic will be enabled and then you can go ahead and ask. Please go ahead and ask your question, Leonard.
Are you getting me now?
Yes, I can get you.
Thank you. Thank you for the presentation. I've prayed to follow your presentation. I think this is just my suggestion. I think for us to be able to do the exercise you just demonstrated, first of all, this exercise should be put on the quiz. Secondly, I think you should help. I hope now we can download the ArcGIS online so that each one of us has the ArcGIS platform, and then we can access the exercise. Finally, we can do what you have suggested, but it would have been very easier for beginners if the shapefiles we are going to use and the database was actually, you had downloaded these and put them actually on one folder so that we don't have to use the URL to go and look it in the online database, copy, and then bring it back. But we can still go with that, with what you have suggested. Thank you.
Thank you, Leonard. We take note of your suggestions. Please note that ArcGIS Online cannot be downloaded. You can access it. You can only access it via access it online via the web. So you can't download it. You need to just go and log in. Use the link and log in. Yeah, you can't download it. And then second, on the URLs that you are providing, it's just another way of adding data, but there is also an option of adding data from file, which we will show you.
Then it's okay. Once we can access it, then I think what you just put the exercise in the quiz and give maybe a minimal instruction that probably participants can need, and then we can follow.
That's fine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let us go to the last question is from Sanjib. Sanjib, go ahead and ask your question.
Yep, can you hear me now?
Yes, you can hear you.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, great presentation though. Yeah, I was a bit confused about accessing the courses through the account that has been provided in the RMD website that we're just following through the assessment that is provided in that course link. I was wondering, and going throughout those courses, I didn't know when was to prepare the map or submit the assignment, and I just followed the videos and went through the documents and just prepared that map and posted my link for the assignment. Is it okay that I just submit that, or was I doing wrong? Shall I just follow the presentation and those process? Or is it okay if I just jump into the other videos and go through the courses? I was a bit confused about that.
Okay. Thank you, Sanjib. I didn't really get your question, but we have all the presentations that we are doing here are live, also in the e-learning platform. So if you follow through the procedures, you should be able to finish. So if it's the assignments, you will be guided. The same assignment I've given you is still in the presentations that are posted in the e-learning platform.
Exactly, I was a bit confused if I was doing wrong through submitting the assignment prior to the presentation that you just delivered. Is it okay that I submit the assignment?
Yes, no, you are right. You are right. You need to submit the assignment. Pick the link and go and submit it in the assignment. You are not doing it wrong. It's the right way.
Okay, I don't need to wait for the live session. Just I go through the materials and the videos that already posted in the course, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, great. And the other query is that same as Mercy was facing. I was also did not get any verification for the community, the email. So I will attach my email at the Mercy's chat so that you can just send me a verification.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, just go and put your email there. We will get in touch with you.
Great. Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you. Now let us stop there. If you have any more question, please go to the RCOE community. You'll get your help there. Thank you.